are 4 key challenges you face when you let yourself be ruled by ineffective introvert behaviors. When you know the challenges that can occur in your life as an introvert, it will help you to know the behaviors to change. Giving a name to your challenge can provide the push you need to change it. The 4 key challenges are: stress, perception gaps, career derailers, and visibility. The inability to say no to a work request makes an introvert experience work overload, which causes stress. Stuttering, headaches, and back problems are physical symptoms that show a mind-body connection to stress. An introvert feels like they need to recharge themselves after talking with people for extended periods because they feel exhausted and fatigued from the conversation. The way people see us and the way we think they see us can be quite different. Perception gaps that an introverted leader faces include negative impressions, being seen as a slow thinker, or as being weak-willed. When you are achieving results for your company and developing relationships, career possibilities open up both in your organization and in your field. Introverted people inevitably hit a wall in their careers when they don't attend to the relationship side of the equation. Lack of soft skills opens the door for career derailers such as undersell, missed connections, avoiding politics, and working harder instead of smarter. It is easy for introverts to become invisible in an organization. Their invisibility causes them to lose opportunities, to lose their voice in the company, and sometimes their personal power is lost too. Awareness of these detours can help you to plan ahead for them. The obstacles can become opportunities to change. The next blink talks about 4 practical steps you can take to change things. The 4 Ps process describes a focused and practical method for breaking out of the status quo and effectively managing your introversion. The 4 Ps process: preparation, presence, push, and practice serves as a roadmap to help you plan your strategy in a wide variety of leadership scenarios. You can use the 4 Ps as a tool to continuously improve by analyzing what has been effective and not effective in your actions. Preparation means that you have a game plan and take the steps you need to prepare for interactions with people. It helps to reduce your stress and close the perception gaps. Anticipating questions and planning your answers ahead makes you feel on top of your game. Presence means that you are able to fully be in the moment and know where your feet are. Do not allow your preparation to prevent you from commanding respectful attention. Being present helps you to build rapport and personal power. You would be seen as someone who has empathy and integrity instead of being seen as a disconnected person. Thus, the perception gap closes. Push means that you take deliberate risks and stretch yourself out of your comfort zone. Pushing yourself to take risks makes others aware of your potential. Invisibility is gone. You are now attracting healthy attention to yourself. Put yourself in situations where you have to do things you'd normally run away from, like public speaking and discussing with a customer. The practice is the final step of the 4 Ps process. Practice means you continue to make these impact behaviors a part of your standing repertoire. You explore different ways of delivering your message and connecting with people. With practice, you can recalibrate your approach and demeanor depending on the situation. You can start from low-risk scenarios to hone these skills, and in time you will become a master of the art. The Introverted Leadership Skills Quiz helps you recognize the behaviors you have already mastered in becoming an introverted leader. Taking the Introverted Leadership Skills Quiz will help you monitor your progress towards becoming an introverted leader par excellence. The quiz will also assist you in zeroing in on the areas you may need to strengthen in order to fire on all cylinders. In addition, the quiz can serve as a baseline to assess your progress and a possible springboard for coaching discussions with your manager. A combination of genes and the environment can shape your temperament. You can become more powerful as an introverted leader by identifying areas you need to focus on improving. The quiz helps you reveal these areas. The aspects covered in the quiz include public speaking, managing and leading, heading up projects, managing up the meeting game, and building relationships. You can take the following steps to review your response to the quiz. Circle all the responses that fall into the disagree and strongly disagree categories. Ask for feedback from managers and peers and consider which skills are more valued in your organization to help you prioritize them. Don't get distracted from your strengths. The next 6 blinks will show you how to apply the steps of the 4 Ps process to handle many typical work scenarios. Public speaking teaches you how to gain mastery over presenting to groups and individuals. Warren Buffett said that public speaking can be our greatest asset or our worst liability. Presenting your ideas coherently in all kinds of situations moves your career forward. Being introverted does not mean you can't be a phenomenal speaker. Like an actor, you can get into character and perform your role brilliantly. The 4Ps model can help you hone your public speaking skills as an introverted leader. First, you need to prepare the material and prepare yourself by doing the following. Clarify your purpose. Choose to tell a story that aligns with your purpose. Your PowerPoint should not be wordy. Use pictures, images, keywords, questions, and audio to make your point. Conquer fear using reflection to get yourself into the right mindset. Visualize yourself as having a great experience before your presentation. Do a light exercise to get your blood going and energy flowing. Rehearse with a recorder and listen to it for improvements. Get to the venue early so that you can acclimatize with the environment and feel relaxed. Presence requires that you connect with your audience, use your voice and use body language. To implement the strategies listed under preparation and presence, you may need to push yourself. This means that you need to be serious about increasing your skills. Your seriousness will be seen in how creative you get with your presentations. Plan audience participation ahead of time and explore new ways of making your PowerPoint more interesting. Practice speaking often to get better. Each time you speak, ask for honest feedback. You need to speak until you feel discomfort. It shows that you are leaving your comfort zone in order to acquire an important skill. Learning the secrets of successful introverted leaders can help you succeed in your leadership and management roles. One of the marks of effective leadership is the ability to be truly present with another person, to make them feel heard and valued. Good bosses are great listeners, encouragers, communicators. They are courageous, have a sense of humor, show empathy, are decisive, take responsibility, are humble and share authority. Bad bosses, on the other hand, are blank walls, doubters, secretive, and intimidating. They are bad-tempered, self-centered, indecisive, blame others, are arrogant, and show mistrust. Both introverts and extroverts can fit into either of these categories. Applying the 4Ps model, an introverted leader can learn to become a successful leader and manager. Prepare by knowing yourself and your team. Know their names. Know the things that you have a natural tendency to do. Do these things help you become a good boss or a bad one? Have a plan of attack for traits that are bad. Part of the preparation process is to plan how you would motivate your employees or subordinates. Prepare for your leadership role by using your right brain's powers as well as your left brain's, and the results will be powerful. There are 3 elements of presence that successful leaders express. They delegate authority, listen with attunement and observe facial expressions. An important aspect of presence is the ability to make a profound impression on people. You make them feel better and remember their encounter with you. Push techniques include asserting yourself, having conversations with your people, facing conflict head-on instead of avoiding it or pretending it does not exist, learning about the organization, and a continuous drive towards learning. To be assertive is to be direct, open, and honest in your communication with others. Practice management by walking around MBWA. Talk to the people in your organization in person. Don't be stuck with electronic conversations and written reports. Creative solutions usually come out of dissimilar ideas. A good leader must overcome the challenge of constructive conflict management. Push yourself to gain organizational knowledge. Step out of your cocoon to learn about other areas of the organization. It will help you be more connected to your organization. Practice these skills by surrounding yourself with a support system. You can find a coach who helps you navigate the muddy waters of leadership. Get more training that will facilitate your growth. An introverted leader can motivate his team to achieve strong results from projects by focusing on the people aspect of project management. The heart of project management is being able to influence people who often don't report to you and to get results. Managing your perception as a strong leader often takes a willingness to meet people on their turf and step out of the confines of your world. As you prepare to step up to project management leadership, here are 3 success strategies to consider: coach and mentor. Build credibility. Communicate expectations. To build a solid project team, a project manager must diffuse difficult personnel conflicts and identify skills development needs within the team. These activities require negotiating and mentoring. Credibility comes from connecting with your team on a personal level. Make them see that you appreciate their contribution to the project and they should be able to perceive a high level of commitment in you. When communicating expectations, be clear and concise. Written forms of communication minimize the need for lots of verbal explanation up front. Outline the roles and responsibilities and tell people exactly when things are due. Even though the discipline of managing projects incorporates planning, and therefore focused alone time is necessary, it is also necessary to meet with people. The sponsor of the project, team members, and any other stakeholders that are impacted should all be included in this communication. This is how you manage risks. Exhibiting the quality of presence in project management can be categorized in 3 key ways: solicit input, match the medium to the message, and learn to flip the switch. As an introverted project leader, you can push your performance forward by learning to share the limelight, dealing with change, and appreciating the value of humor. As a project manager, take advantage of the multiple learning opportunities available to you to practice all of these skills. Managing up prepares you with templates and tools to strengthen your partnership with your boss. Being an introvert means that you have a tendency to be silent when you need to speak up. Being silent may make you lose a critical opportunity. Learning to manage up helps you deal with this challenge. Prepare by researching the background of your boss. Know their roles and goals and how you fit into the big picture for them. Pay attention to their style. How do they like to do things? How do they like to organize their office? What suggestions might be attractive to them? Develop yourself by asking questions like, what are the strengths I can use in this role that can help my boss? What projects are good opportunities for me to contribute my skills and background? On which projects can I learn new skills or gain new perspectives? What knowledge, skills, or experience does the boss have that would be valuable for me to learn? Is my boss willing to coach me? How? If he doesn't see that as his role, are there other professionals he would recommend? You develop presence by meeting with your boss regularly. When you meet them, be yourself. Ask for specificity in their feedbacks. Value their time by being focused and clear about your objectives. Pick low-hanging fruit by going for easier results that you can get in the short term, and be sure to document your success. Don't whine to your boss. Go to them with solutions and not problems. How you handle issues tells your boss whether you are an independent, proactive contributor or not. It can be difficult to initiate dialogue upwards, but you can develop the push strategies of speaking up, knowing when not to manage up, and staying on top of change. Practice by continually driving communication with your boss whenever and however possible. It is the only way you will know if you are on target and what steps you can take to correct yourself when you are off course. You can take your involvement in meetings to a whole new level as you learn a multitude of ways to get your voice heard in the room. Do you feel invisible in meetings? It is possible you are an introvert surrounded by lots of extroverted people. When this happens, you can be on the losing end of meetings frequently because you will not be credited for your contributions, your ideas might be preempted or hijacked by someone else, or you may be seen as not adding much value to the group. Your actions during meetings can be the difference maker for your career. A study conducted by Hofstra University revealed that 87% of the managers studied assess a person's personal strength of leadership based on how they run a meeting. Therefore, you need to play the meeting game using the 4Ps model if you want to move your career forward. Prepare for meetings by identifying the purpose of the meeting, developing an agenda for the meeting, and planning where you will sit or stand in the meeting ahead of time. Know what you are expected to contribute at the meeting, the desired outcome of the meeting, and other participants who will be at the meeting. This information will help you plan your strategy and comments. Get your voice in the room by speaking not later than 5 minutes into the meeting to ease the tension that comes from feeling the need to say something profound. Establish your presence in meetings by setting the ground rules, using creative techniques to involve members, and differentiating brainstorming from decision-making. Pushing your ideas requires wise use of technology at a meeting, as it can make or mar the successful outcome of the meeting. Participate in the meeting actively and don't just assume the role of a listener or observer. You can do this by volunteering to be the scribe or timekeeper, asking people who have not spoken in a while to weigh in, and so on. You can become a meeting subject matter expert by practicing the different approaches outlined so far. The reality is that most technical experts are poor meeting managers. By mastering the meeting game, you can make a huge difference for your organization. Capitalize on your introverted temperament to be both highly focused and creative in networking and building relationships. There are meetings before the meeting in an organization. While you may have perfected your strategies for a meeting, you may find yourself appended in the meeting because of some pre-meetings where information was shared and connections were strengthened. Networking is the building of relationships for mutual exchange. It is necessary, but it is not natural for most introverts. So, prepare to build relationships using a 5-step plan. Know your purpose. Plan what you have to offer. Plan what you need. Use social networking to set the stage, and defeat negative self-talk. Make an impression with your clients and customers by developing your presence with 4 key things. Listen. Engage in substance talk rather than small talk. Learn and teach names, and answer the question, so, what do you do? There are 6 practical tips for stepping out of your comfort zone to push for better relationships and networking. Pick an act and get into it. Strike up conversations with people in line at the grocery store. Schedule visits or call customers when you are in a location for another purpose. Start a tabletop conversation at a dinner or luncheon. Stay close to comfortable socializers. Volunteer for a professional business or community organization. Practice these strategies in safe environments before you launch into the wild. Also, use your online profiles and connections to practice and prepare for face-to-face contacts. There are many benefits both you and your organization will achieve when you build on your strengths and step out from behind the shadows. Small amounts of preparation can boost your confidence and reduce your anxiety. Take notes, reflect on your strategies, and you will fill yourself with energy and enthusiasm to do more. Being present helps you close perception gaps and manage stress. Looking at your situation from a more rational point of view can make the difference. Yoga and other similar Eastern practices can help you relax and feel comfortable in your own skin. By increasing your presence, you are also creating a strong web of relationships that allow you to work through others to achieve results. Becoming more visible is one significant benefit of pushing yourself to emerge from the shadows. Groucho Marx said 90% of success is just showing up. By pushing yourself to be more engaged, you will achieve more personal power and influence. It can also help your career as you become the person that people think of when they need a specific talent. Salespeople call it being top of mind. You will become the go-to person. Practice is the one step that addresses all the challenges of being an introverted leader: stress, perception gaps, career derailers, and invisibility. Introverts have a history of practicing to adjust to an outgoing society. It is no different when they become adults in the workplace. Practicing is how habits get formed, and once one skill is under your belt, it's on to more practice in other areas. Learning and growth is a continual process. Introverted leaders who prepare for dialogues and research their stakeholders' needs builds trust and commitment with employees, customers, and managers. By having a game plan for your interactions, you can achieve higher levels of performance, which translates into performance results for your organization. Conclusion. Being an introvert should not stop you from being an exceptional leader. Some of the world's greatest leaders are introverts. By pushing yourself to acquire skills that help you leverage your uniqueness for greatness, you can achieve phenomenal results that will be of benefit to your personal and professional life. Try this. Do you ever feel like extroverts get everything they ask for while your needs are passed over or ignored? Next time this happens, try to get into the act of a popular actor or actress and speak up.